we love Danmei. Danmei novels brought us so much happiness and joy, but also they made us go through hell. I'm gonna be talking about the Danmei that broke me the most. Welcome to 30 Days of BL, a new series I started for us to get to know each other better. We're gonna be talking about BL, manga, manhwa, Danmei, anime, all favorite gay couples, favorite moment, the moment that make us cry the most, what we love, what we hate, and all that just along all these different videos. Today we are in day 5 and this is gonna be a tough one because I'm gonna be sharing which are the Danmei novels that crushed me the most, that broke me till the point I didn't have more tears to drop while reading them. And I'm starting with the first Danmei I ever read as well. So this series didn't only brought me into this beautiful Danmei world, also brought me a lot of suffering. If you watch the video of day 2 from this 30 Days of BL series, you probably know which title I'm talking about. I'm talking about tgcf, Heaven Official Blessing, a favorite for a lot of us. Yes, this series is well known as really beautiful, with this romantic, ethereal, devoted, unconditional love, but it's also coming with a lot of suffering. And in concrete, this scene. This happened actually in the last volume of the series, volume 8. And to give you a bit of content, we were coming from the final battle in where Qi Liang won. But he won thanks to Hua Chang. Hua Chang shared his powers through a kiss. We love that. To make able for Qi Liang to be free from the chain that keep his power under control and keep his power reduced and blocked. Obviously, after oversharing that amount of power, Hua Chang started to disappear. In the moment I saw this panel while reading, Qi Liang completely broken, I started crying like crazy. Stupid amount of tears were the ones that I dropped that night. And it's funny though, because even though while I was reading this, I knew that Hua Chang won't be disappeared forever, because he's a ghost already. He's a ghost king actually. And we knew while reading this novel that in this world, if you're a ghost, you can reincarnate and come back again as long as your ashes are being kept safe, which is the case of Hua Chang. So obviously I knew that he was going to be back, and this is also a really big moment. It hit harder because I think in that moment was exactly when Qi Liang embraced his feeling for Hua Chang more than he's a good friend. Well, you don't kiss your friend, okay? But this is other discussion for another video. This is what they say, right? Like, you don't know what you have till you lose it. Exactly is that. And back then, I thought that I was never gonna cry that much, while reading a book, because it was like crazy. It was like crazy, okay? Little I knew that mid-bound novels were waiting for me. And if you know, you know. And the rest of examples are ones coming from our Queen of Angs, who is mid-bound. Mid-bound doesn't eat meat, who is the nickname of this author, who really loves to put you through hell and suffering. And I'm starting strong. I'm starting with my number 1 in the top of the list of things that made me heartbroken and put me through pain and suffering while reading. It is Erha, Volume 3. And it is actually this scene in Erha, Volume 3. I think like all of us who read Erha, the husky and his white cat Shizum, we can agree that this fucking volume is devastating, okay? We're coming already from a situation in where Moran, our main character, is trying to bring back from the undead to his Shizum, to our lovely baby Chuwani. Okay, so obviously already the environment was bad and sad and hell. But this panel, the moment Moran realized and discovered that actually it was Chuwani, the one that prepared the famous wutons, and not Shimei. That moment, I started crying like a broken soul. Like, I'm not joking when I'm telling you that at certain point, I didn't have more tears to cry. Like, I was empty. I was empty inside, okay? And to give you an idea on how bad it was, I was reading this on my bed. And I remember when I was reaching this point, and I was sobbing that bad, that my partner came running and checked on me to the bedroom because he thought that something happened to me. Like, he thought that something serious happened because I was crying like a crazy bitch, okay? He found me there, rivers over here, like seriously crying my eyes out, asking me like what happened. I was like, I cannot, like I couldn't even speak, like seriously. Gosh, like this book is gonna remain like the toughest one I have to face. And also I have to give here a little disclaimer that actually maybe this top, of what made you heartbroken Maria, like me, maybe it's gonna change because I actually haven't finished Erha, like the total story. I read till volume 7. I had to put it to rest back then because of work. Until today, I haven't been brave enough to go pick them up and continue reading because I know the pain that is coming with them. I know that pain and suffering are knocking the door the moment I start reading them and continue the story. And from the cultivation world of Erha, we're moving to another one. We're moving to Case File Compendium VAV and 2 examples from 2 books that broke me. Starting with the first one, it is File Compendium Volume 3 and the song My Heart Will Go On. If you know that once you start reading Case File Compendium, this song won't be related to Titanic movie anymore for you. It's gonna mean equal Case File Compendium. And specifically, the moment I'm gonna talk about now. I'm talking about the last part of volume 3, the end of the novel. We have our main character facing death. And it was tough, sad, but also beautiful in the sense that they knew they were in their last minutes of life. They knew they couldn't escape from the reality they were facing. And they accepted and they embraced that fact that yes, they are gonna stop living pretty soon. The last conversation between Chie and Hiyu. the last thoughts from yuwu. And my heart will go on song playing in the background. Nothing else to add. Maria, crying again. But in this case, I don't know what was the worst. If this painful moment or that actually this painful moment was the end of the novel. And I had to wait several months to get the next volume. I think it was the waiting, for sure, but this is another example of how Midbam play with us. And the next example from Case File Compendium, it is more recent, it's coming from volume 6, and it is actually this moment. I'm getting emotional, to be honest, because this chapter hit me hard, like more than when they face again death, okay, in volume 5. This truly went directly to my heart. We're having Chia dreaming that he is a teddy bear, okay? And he realized that nobody needs him anymore, like everyone can continue their life without him. And actually, and why this is so emotional, at least for me, is because this dream represents his feeling and his personality really, really well. We have to consider that he has been fighting and keep going on living only with the goal in mind that he needs to make sure that his sister is adult enough for being able to continue to go on and living without his help. His only goal in mind was this while he was fighting his disease, like not thinking about himself, not thinking about the few time he had left, only making sure that everyone surround him could be able to move on and continue their life. In this dream, he could experience that everyone could go, appear his sister, appear his friends, and nobody went back and looked to that teddy bear because they had other things to worry about till our little yuwu appear in the dream. His little evil appeared and obviously went and grabbed that teddy bear because, as we all know, if you're reading this series, yuwu cannot live without his beloved doctor. And this is why I'm saying that I'm getting emotional just thinking about this moment because, gosh, it was so beautiful, like so painful. So painful because we know the internal fight that she had along all these different volumes, and we know as well the reality that he's facing related to, how long he has his disease. But when he woke up from this dream, it was the moment that he actually realized that yuwu is way more important than he thought for him. Like, he has feeling for yuwu. I just fucking cannot wait for volume 7. I just cannot wait. I have my pre-order, obviously, and I'm here counting the days, minutes, seconds till I have the new book with me because I love this series so much. Last one, it is Remnants of Filth, volume 3. Again, the roller coaster of emotions we all go through this title. And again, disclaimer, I haven't finished this series. I have all the books at home in my beautiful shelves, but it happened the same with erha. Same moment I had to put it to rest due to work, and till now I didn't get enough courage to go and finish the series. Still one of my favorite, still Remnants of Health, it is really undervalued. Like, it is really good. It's big. If you haven't heard about it, check it out because it's a really, really good one and interesting one. Again, suffering is coming. Volume 3, Remnants of Health. I'm sharing this panel, well, this page of the book because this represents exactly the desperation of our lovely Mochi and how he was feeling along that volume. Along all his life, to be honest, desperate, hopeless, completely broken. And the part that totally made me start crying and feeling for him because I truly suffered a lot for our Mochi was that one. Gosh, it's so emotional, okay? I'm gonna read it, but you have to keep in mind that they knew each other for a long time. They are enemies to lovers. They once were friends. So Mochi, us, Guma, exactly. It's been 17 years, half of our lives so far. Teach me how to let go. Obviously, there is more text, but to summarize, like, teach me how to let go because I cannot get over you. Shit, I get emotional. Like, in those 17 years, what was I in your heart? So read this, okay? While looking at this image. And tell me, it's not the total representation of Mochi feelings. Gosh, this series stuff as hell, and I know I'm repeating myself with all mid-bump novels, they truly are. But in terms of suffering, because you really empathize with the main character, Remnants of Health won against every fucking title, okay? And this would be it. It was a wild ride to remember every one of these moments. But I truly recommend all these titles to you. They are really great Danmei novels. And as I said, even though mid-bang, and I hate her, but I love her at the same time because she put us through hell and suffering, and seriously, I think that her goal is, okay, how can I broke my readers the most? Yes, let's gonna do this, let's gonna do that. Even though she's really good at writing, I just love how she writes, like a lot. I enjoy her novels so much. They are different from each other. You can have like cultivation war, you can have more modern one. What you're gonna have for sure is trigger warnings, just so you know. But they are really great. I would love to hear which Danmei broke you the most and which specific part. And feel free to share your favorite titles with me because I'm looking for new titles to start reading. I hope you're having an amazing day. See you in the next video.